Hello, my name is Phan, and for my project I built an automatic plant watering system using MATLAB and Arduino. For the first learning outcome, to start I would short MATLAB unit test to make sure the pump turns on when the soil is dry and off when it's wet. I'm now going to test a full setup. The sensor is sitting on top of the wet soil to show dry, and I will dip it into the wet soil once the water has been pumped. I have my water system here, and I'll now run the code. It starts a live graph, and then it reads the initial voltage of 3.6, so it will display hydrating on the OLED and start pumping water for 5 seconds. This process can be seen on the flowchart. Now the water is pumped, the soil is wet. It will begin reading the voltage and start updating the graph, as well as update the OLED display to show hydrated. Now that the graph is updating live, if I were to press the emergency stop button, emergency stop initiating, and it displays on the OLED, and the code will be terminated. For the second learning outcome, I use variables, loops, and conditionals. The main while loop checks the sensor and button, controls the pump, and updates the MATLAB graph. The program runs as a simple state machine with 4 states. For the third learning outcome, I created a function startGraph, which sets up the live animated soil moisture graph, labels the axis, sets the limits, and returns the handle and start time so the main program can update the graph in real time. For the fourth learning outcome, I modeled soil moisture mathematically by measuring the sensor voltage and converting it into a percentage. This provides a real-time moisture reading from 30 to 70%, which I use in the graph, with 70% as the dry soil threshold and 30% as a wet threshold. You can see this change as I move the sensor in and out of the soil. For the fifth learning outcome, the program plots sensor data live in MATLAB. As the soil dries, the graph drops. When the pump waters the plant, it rises. The OLED shows hydrated or hydrating depending on the soil, and the buzzer sounds when watering occurs. For the seventh learning outcome, the Arduino connects the sensor and the pump with MOSFET controlling the pump and the sensors by sending data through analog input. The buzzer and the OLED provide feedback, and everything works together in the state machine.